Hey, Skye.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
Are you busy?
Not at all. Would you like to go for a walk?
That'd be great.
Cool. Thanks. See you, Katie.
See ya.
Bye.
Can we ask you a couple of questions?
Absolutely, yeah.
So what do you do, Skye?
So I'm an environmental consultant with Quadrant Rail Consulting. We're a small firm operating in Australia and New Zealand, lots of different rail networks. Yeah, also doing sustainability ratings as well.
Cool. I heard you wanted to be a vet.
That's right, I did, yeah. I left school and spent a year studying vet science, but very quickly realised that the surgical, gory side of it wasn't for me, so...
Ooh. And how did you make the jump to environmental science?
I took a year off and had to think about it. As a nature lover, I really wanted to stick with that side of my personality, so I ended up enrolling in enviroscience.
Okay, and so now what's the attraction to working in rail?
The attraction to rail, I think I've always loved the broad kind of landscape assessment approach, and so rail delivers that for me. Also, I think it's a really exciting, innovative industry to be involved in, and inherently more sustainable than other sectors. So,
what was your first impressions of rail?
I think that there's so much more happening than what you think. We all catch trains in the urban environment or light rail, and it just seems like something that we take for granted. But realistically, behind the scenes, there's a lot going on in the industry.
How do rail networks impact the environment?
In a range of different ways. I think there's both negative impacts and positive impacts, which is really important to remember. So on one hand, the negative impacts might be affecting biodiversity, waterways, ecological corridors. On the flip side, the positive impacts could be less emissions, reduction of reliance on vehicles. So it's important to think in both aspects.
And would you say your role is about maximising the benefits and minimising the impact?
100%, yeah. That's what we do on a daily basis.
Awesome. Yeah. What are the opportunities you can see in the rail industry?
I think, the rail industry is enjoying somewhat of a resurgence. I think that, as we grapple with population growth, more emissions, climate change, it's an industry that's not going anywhere, and I think that it's a long-term career option, particularly for an environmental consultant. And the whole sustainability ratings side of things is also, it's not going anywhere. So it's a good, diverse industry and plenty of work options for an enviro.
So lastly, what advice would you give your 20-year-old self?
My 20-year-old self, I think it would be really important to remind her to stay really current in the industry. The environmental world is always changing, it's dynamic. I think there's lots going on, and read those journal articles, stay current with the news, keep up to date with the legislation, and you'll be good.
Cool. Well, look, don't miss your tram. It was great to see you today, Skye. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too, Joe. Bye.